We're here today at Rosehill Races with Sydney's premier trainer, Chris Waller. And Chris, can you just tell us a little bit about the Encosta De Lago Petta Gaye colt that's about to come into your system? Obviously you saw him as a yearling in January, you saw him breeze up in sensational fashion in 1067, and we'll talk about why that is so good for this colt in 1067, and then you saw him go through the ring again the other day in New Zealand.
Adam, he's a lovely individual to start with. I loved him as a yearling at the Magic Million sale on the Gold Coast, and as soon as I saw him I thought he is the perfect mile, and then translating into a 3-year-old derby type horse. I was impressed when I saw his breeze up in New Zealand. It not only showed what he had as a yearling, but it showed it in a gallop. Effortless exhibition, I thought, in his breeze up, and he is the perfect horse for Sydney if you want a middle distance staying type of horse. Not only will he be there for a derby, but he'll be competitive in a mile race as a 2-year-old. Those horses are few and far between in Sydney, Adam.
Chris, we obviously know that the cross works. He's an A++ rating, the highest rating you can get. He's the full relation to 3 winners, including the very impressive Champagne Days, who is currently racing in Hong Kong and won by 3 lengths the other day. He just looks like a ready-made racehorse already, but coming through that New Zealand program, we know how good they are with their stayers, and it's obviously a family you would have seen a lot as a young Kiwi boy growing up, being that Hall Express style family.
Well, we got Melbourne Cup winners there, Japan Cup winners. They'll easily be winning staying races in Sydney. Plus, as we've seen in the most recent derbies, they're not getting any stronger, Adam. They don't have the influence from Europe. They're an untouched category of horses. This horse will fit into that category easily, and it's a small pool of horses. You just want him ticking along as a 2-year-old, winning a race towards the end of his 2-year-old career, perhaps a trip up to Brisbane for a race like the TJ Smith, a mile Group 1 2-year-old race, but that'll just set a base for next year. There's at least 4 derbies in Australia, and we've got Victoria, Sydney, and then on to Queensland, not to mention South Australia and Perth. That's 5 derbies that I can name. They're not getting any stronger. They are the races to win. They're the races for people to want to run in. Yeah, you have to take a bit longer to wait, but the horse is already 2. The Derby in Victoria's already been won, so you have to wait 6 months, and you've probably got a runner in the Victoria Derby.
Chris, as I touched on, we were very ecstatic with his 1067 that he breezed up in. For a horse that's bred to be a stayer, to see him hit the line so strongly and run through it, we're very, very impressed.
It's also important, Adam, I think that's what separates the average stayers from the good stayers, a good turn of foot.
Chris, we're excited to get him into your stable. You're a great trainer of stayers, you're a great trainer all round, and for a Bob's Bonus style of horse, we think he's the perfect horse to have in your stable.
Perfect horse for investors to get into too, Adam.
Thanks a lot, Chris. Look forward to seeing you here in the winner's circle again soon.